Guru Nation, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share, please. It really means a lot to me in the comments. If you don't know what to comment, robot emoji helps, but really anything. Today I got a question from LinkedIn. Everybody can go follow me there. Everybody can message me there. This person said, "Hey, Dan, this is from a coordinator. All right. This is from a coordinator looking for remote work as a CRA or something similar. Hope all is well. Sper că ești bine." This is a fellow Romanian of mine. Sper că și tu ești bine. I need to practice my Romanian a little bit better. But look, I am currently looking for a job as a CRA, working remotely, but having a hard time landing one. As a coordinator, do you have any suggestions on who should I contact? Any tips? Applying online hasn't been very successful. Also, maybe an idea for this video. What is the future of clinical research in terms of remote work? So I got several ideas for you. This is why you guys reach out to me. Let's get these ideas brewing. Let's take them out of here and put them over here in the metaverse. My first idea, you're a coordinator. You work with CRAs, not just currently, but in the past. All right. Reach out to all of them by email. You have something even better than their LinkedIn connection. You have their email addresses. So I would email them. If you're worried about your employer looking at your emails, use your personal email address and email them all and say, "Hey, you know what? It was such a pleasure working with you. I'm actually looking for, I know the market's hot. It actually is very hot. I'm looking for remote work at a CRO level. I would love remote CRA work, but I'm really looking for any remote work at the CRO level because I know that could lead me to CRA work." So off the top of my head, after doing that, so if you've been a coordinator, hopefully you reach out to all your CRAs. Hopefully you had good relationship with them, all right? Because that's what's going to help you moving forward. So that's one thing you need to immediately do. That's the low-hanging fruit. The next thing you need to do is look at all the big CROs, all right? IQVIA, Syneos, PPD, Parexel, and find them all on LinkedIn, find their hiring managers, find them on the other job boards too, Indeed, ZipRecruiter, and then apply for their positions or different titles. I know PPD is remote site monitor. Others might have different titles. There's new ones popping up every day. I just did a video on that. I saw one where it's basically a remote site monitor, but it was called a investigator services assistant. I mean, you can't predict what they're called. So just go on these job boards and put clinical research remote and find everything and start applying. There's a lot of opportunities. The third thing you need to do, get on LinkedIn and start connecting with people that you don't know, but job recruiters. There's plenty of them out there. Connect with job recruiters. Connect with the hiring managers at the CROs and sponsors that you want to work for. And just, it's going to take like 200 to 400 forms of communication, right? Between you and somebody who may put you in an interview or may set you up with somebody who will put you in an interview. It's going to take about 200 to 400 of these kind of interactions to secure about 10 to 20 interviews. And from those, all right, that's when you got to make sure you're doing well. And as a coordinator, you're going to do well in the interview, but they're just going to ask you, okay, how do your skills as a CRC translate into remote work? So you're going to have to be prepared to talk a lot about that. Remote monitoring, there are jobs for remote monitoring, but a lot of the monitoring jobs, now that COVID restrictions are easing, if not completely back to normal, depending on what country you're in, monitors are still doing traditional monitoring visits, but there's a hybrid element. So it's not, if you're a CRA, it's not completely remote. unless you are like an exception, you work for a sponsor. I know some, and this is where you get a network. So that's actually number 5 on my list is network. But let's get back to, because I'm going to tie in the future of remote work. All these roles, remote site monitor, in-house CRA, investigator services assistant, whatever it was called, study startup specialist, and 20 other titles probably, depending on the company. I think that's the future of research. I think that's really the future of CROs. It's surrounding the CRA who is not remote. They might be remote based, but they do go on site. Surrounding that CRA with a support system, and this is still being developed right now. But I think that's the future of remote work in this industry. It's a hybrid model. Some people will be all remote, others will be all in person, and some, like CRAs, will be a hybrid, right? So I look at it like a spoke on a wheel. Like for these support systems, all the spokes kind of point to the CRA in the middle, who's kind of the generalist going out and doing things, and then also kind of solving problems proactively and live in the moment. So that's the future of remote work and research. I think it's going to increase. I think we still need more bodies. I think you actually work more remote than you do traveling, because you don't have that downtime where you're traveling, recovering. You're not a machine. Nobody expects when you're traveling that you're going to be on it like the entire time you're working. But when you're remote, yes, you're expected to be on it the entire time you're supposed to be working. Um, Number 5 is networking. So I'm talking about Latinos in clinical research. We accept all ethnicities, all background, doesn't matter. SOCRA, your local SOCRA chapter, your local ACRP chapter. There's dozens of other communities you can join, but you're welcome as one of the co-founders of Latinos in Clinical Research. You're welcome to join us. We're going to actually have our March Zoom. We have free monthly meetups on Zoom every month with guest presenters. Then we also have plenty of opportunity for networking. So it's really like this number 5, networking. It's about who you know. Get yourself out there and network with more people. So if you combine all these different aspects, I think you will be successful in the next 3 months, depending on how much work you put into these 5 things that I mentioned. I think it's going to take 3 months. You might surprise yourself and it might be faster, but the market's hot. Coordinators are in demand because coordinators are generalists and coordinators can be groomed to be CRAs. And in the process, you can be an in-house CRA, remote site monitor, whatever the case may be. And it doesn't sound like you want to be a traditional CRA anyways, where you're traveling. So one of these roles would be ideal for you. Good luck. Let me know how it goes. I expect you to do this, and if you want results, you need to put in the work. Keep me posted. La revedere. Bye-bye.